Hey guys, our decline, average picker. So I thought we would see if we could get through the challenge lock. This one is pinned up by our buddy FastCharlie. I believe this one is called One For You. And it of course was in that box of goodies that K1 sent. So we'll see if we can pick and get through it. I do have a few minutes already on this lock. You can see the cats are all very intent on something going outside. It's probably the squirrel up there. We had a slight video mishap as they all ran to go see that. Some of them opted to cut across this kitchen table and knocking the iPad down. I did check the footage. Honestly, it's not all that great, or I would use it. Because, yeah, really, it's just like seeing the iPad fall over. Not that interesting. If it was full of cat faces and stuff, maybe it would be kind of fun. So, but yeah, I think we were about 3 to 4 minutes in on the pick at that point. So 1 and 2 seem to set very easily. Most of the work in this lock seems to be being done by pins 4 and 5. 3 and 4. And having trouble getting onto 1 again. It feels like it needs to do something more. I think I just dropped everything in the process. Okay, so we got a slight false going on after going back and hitting 4. It was like 5 and then 4, I believe. Okay, so we worked 3 and got a little bit of counter rotation, and then we fell back into our false. Okay, I'm on 4 now. Just jiggled 4 a tiny bit, and we fell a little bit further. Check the front pins. Try to get a good solid placement on 5. Give it a jostle. 5's not going anywhere, but it's not giving us any feedback either. Oh, okay, so I tapped 4. Let's check. Let's get good and solid on 4. Oh, that's it right there. 3. Three's giving us definite counter rotation, and there we are, open. That was hard. There at the very end, 4, 5 was definitely stuck, but 5 was just stuck like the pin is not trying to do anything in the driver. 4 was actually wanting to give us, it seemed like it wanted to give us a little slight bit of counter rotation. But 3 gave us the most direct feedback, so I went with 3. Okay, so we do have a key. One for you. It's my FastCharlie. There's our bidding. You know, I'm kind of surprised. Never felt like I quite lifted 1 that high. If I had to put, I don't know, maybe that's not cut as deeply as I feel like it is. I thought 1 was just a little smudge. So through the key, we know the key's gonna work. It's FastCharlie lock. Be really surprised if we didn't. What we got going on back here? Oh, is that weird clip thing? Oh no, just a C clip. There we go, there we go. I just get in there with it. It's kind of recessed a little bit. There we go. Did he say to use a shim? This looks like a situation that calls for a shim. Thanks, Bears back. Every time I use a shim, I will just, oh gosh. Okay, let's try to avoid a gutting disaster here. Oh, I'm trying to save this one, guys, but I don't know what's going on here. So the core will move back. The shim won't go forward. Okay, I think we're just gonna, what the heck? Core doesn't want to come out anymore either. What is going on, guys? Okay, so the shim won't go all the way in. Okay, maybe. There we go. Oh, that was a bit of a weird one. Okay, so pull that out. Take a look at how deep some of those pins are set. We'll try to do a little close-up. Of course we'll do a close-up. 1, 2, 3, 6. 6 pins. Okay, guys, so I was naming off pins. I was working on a 5-pinner. Yep. Pulling out a fair number of standards. Man, I'm surprised. That really felt like 5 pins, which that means I was just probably off. I couldn't even tell you then. I mean, obviously I was off, but I couldn't even tell you by how much then. If when I was saying 5, it was actually 5, or if it was 6. Four, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Must be writing. A little oddly in there. Okay, so let's see what we've got. So we have threading on chambers 1, 2, and 3 are standard, and 4, 5, and 6 all have threading in them. Yeah, I missed 6 pins. It seemed long enough to me to be a 6. Yeah, I really thought it was a 5. Oh, nice little T-pin on 5. I'm expecting one on 4 or 3 as well. Oh, that's a neat guy. Pretty sure he was that way. Got a mix of spring types in there. Oh, I just dumped 2. Oh, that's because he's a pin and pin. On 3. And 2. And no real surprises on 1. Okay, let's get the camera flipped around and take a look at this. Okay guys, so let's see here on our core, we've got threadings on chambers 1, and then on 4, 5, and 6. And really nice little threading too. Looks pretty good. And then across our pins, let's see what we got. So again, these are our key pins, and our driver's up here, and our shear line runs across the middle. So that's our 1 key pin. Now he did not need to be set very far. That's what he was paired up with. Really nice shape to that guy. Man, look at number 2 driver. That is a pin that just keeps going. Let's see how far down he was sitting. So that's one of the unthreaded chambers. So you can see he actually, though, not a whole lot of him was in play there. We would have grabbed just at the shear line, so it would have been grabbing just down in there. And then for our 3 driver, we just have our key pin, we just have a standard, but we've got a pin and pin. A little bit of serration work on them going on 3, and 3 though is still just a standard chamber. Just, you know, it just has a pin and pin. Oh, this is going to be difficult. So a fair chunk of that would be in play. And then our 4 driver. And he was paired up with a standard as well. So I'm guessing this was our last guy to pop. That kind of deepish falset we were getting, we might have been getting it off of him just hanging in there, but we could have been actually getting him off of this one. I'll bet this was it. It's got a fine little T-pin there. And that's one of our serrated chambers. So you can see just how far in he would have been sitting. So that was probably, at the end there, I think I was saying 4. Seemed to be giving the most direct feedback. And it was actually 5. Because that little guy was probably caught right there. And we just had to tip him up a little bit. And it seems I've got a cat hair mixed in here. And there's our key pin for 6. We can see 6 wouldn't have had to gone too far, so yeah, you can see sitting in there, and then we got this little serrated guy. But he would have just been sitting right in there like that. So could have tipped him out pretty easily, I guess, without having noticed, as long as we didn't get an overset on him and fall into that sucker. Would have gotten along fine like we did. Okay, well, K1, thank you again for the pile of goodies. I do not run very much inventory as far as challenge locks go. I mail them out very quickly, and that makes it difficult to do trades. I know with some of you guys, because I'd end up without a whole lot to send. But the stack you sent me has been great. It's keeping me busy. And thank you, FastCharlie, for pinning up one for you. Not sure who the original you was, but I will take it as a one for me. All right, guys, have a good one.